Well, up on set from Creative Sound, Creative University, let's talk about Kontakt 7. So, Kontakt 7 is new. It's releasing October 2022. This is a big deal in Complete 14. It's a big talk right now. There are some changes, but real quick, this is just a splash page letting you guys know what's going on. And just briefly on the page, we know that Kontakt will continue to power the biggest selection of sample instruments available. There are some changes to the search filter preview from across your collections with the new high DPI browser. Check that out. A revamped high DPI factory library features new instruments from orchestral tools, rare analog synths, and much more. And then right here it says build your own instruments with powerful editing and building tools, plus the Creative Tools companion app. That's dope. I'm looking forward to doing that. So that's what it is over here on this page. But if we come over here, this is like where most people will stumble on this page when you go to, you know, any of the 14 complete 14 products. You scroll down and you say, oh my god, oh snap, what is this vintage, what is this? And then it has Kontakt 7 listed next to it, and you can click this button and then it takes you to that page we just discovered just a second ago. And then you can come down here and play some of the audio demos. I'm not going to do that because it'll ruin the surprise for you guys. But it sounds pretty cool. Stuff you can make with the factory stuff in here. So yeah, if you keep scrolling, you'll notice some new pretty cool things. So yeah, Complete 14 is a big deal this time around, guys. And you know, I just decided to go ahead and show you guys a comparison of both Kontakt 6 and 7, if you will. Now, I have the beta version, and before you guys grill me to the ground, this is just my synopsis of what I see or seen or played with. So I'll be pointing out differences between the two. Obviously Kontakt 6 was we didn't know where they were going with that. So Kontakt 6 is actually Kontakt, right? They took the number off the end of it, so it's just Kontakt, but it was really Kontakt 6. But Kontakt 7 is here, and they put the number back on, you know, included with the name. So that's the first difference right there. As you can see, they both look the same, you know, so there's no real like, oh my gosh, I got to learn something new. But there is something pretty unique, and we'll talk about that in a second. But some of the differences that I see just side by side, we notice there is a whole new navigation section right here at the top here that we don't see here in Kontakt 6. Now this is Kontakt 6, right? And this is Kontakt 7. Again, this is the beta version, but we're going to go through some of these things. But before we click any of these here, we do notice that this button right here is right here. This button right here is the same button right here. And so, yeah, wow. So it's a more of a darkened background for this one here, and this one is your basic. So it looks like they're trying to modernize things here. Then you got this that pops up. It's going to be the same here, pretty much the same. Yeah, this one, okay, I have that for 6 chords. This one can go up to 6 chords, but I only have it for 4. I wonder why. I don't think I changed that. But yeah, same stuff here, and I'm just looking side by side. This is probably first overlook, my first like side by side myself. I'm just looking at, you know, with you guys, I guess. So yeah, same stuff. Loading. There is a difference I see merge new multi instrument here, multi with the existing one. I'm reading too fast. Load samples and background, that's checked. Both of this checked. Convert third-party samples, okay, that's checked. Unwind automation IDs, okay, that's checked. Ask for confirmation when replacing modified instruments. That is not here unless it is in another section of the settings. Maybe it was, because I feel like it does that. It's been doing that. Like when I like overwrite an instrument, it always prompt me to, you know, there's a window that pops up. Yeah, pretty much everything is the same. Library, stuff is moved around. So there is a database here in 6. There isn't one here. So I wonder if the name changed. Libraries. Oh, I'm looking right there at it. So they relabeled it. That's basically what that is. No, they didn't. Libraries right here. The libraries. Man, I'm so confused. Okay. Memory. So I guess they felt like database is obsolete, right? So let's just look at it again. This is the database, and let me see if I ever had to come here. Yes, I had to reset some things before in terms of the database, because I had another hard drive that I needed to switch from, and I had to go in there and switch some things out. Like it was still picking up, but maybe there's some things with the new Kontakt. You know, there's a new native access. I don't know if you guys know, but I've still been using native access 1, the first one, because I'm having issues with updating my native access 2. So I'll get that going when they make another update, and hopefully I can run that. But maybe there's something inside of it I can't tell you guys right now, because again, been noticing some issues with it. Maybe like the database is attached to that somehow. Anyway, so if we go to memory, it's pretty much the same. Usage data, it's pretty much the same. Things are switched around. No, I do not want to contribute. Yes. No, I do not want to contribute. I guess since I'm in beta, maybe that's fine, but I usually don't want it. Let's see. Audio seems to be the same. This one is, yeah, these are pretty much the same in terms of like the options. There may be slight differences in terms of like the settings. And then here's your section where you turn on and off your MIDI. All right, too much time on the settings. So you know, I just want to see what was going on. So everything in this little bar here is the same. It looks the same to me. There's no big issues, no big differences, whatever. Let's see, we have everything quick load. I never used that. Something, yeah, I never used that option. Anyway, so that would be it usually. You know what I mean? You just browse through your libraries, throw them in here, and then do what you got to do. You know, at this point, the only difference will be instruments that may be only geared towards 7. You may not see in 6. I'm not really sure. I don't think I realized that yet. You know, like this one right here, the depth lifts. I think that's what that is. So this is Kontakt 6, and you can see, I can see it. You still have the option to move stuff around like before, so nothing changed there. So like if I take this and move that up, you could do that, no problem. Now, as of the date of this video, as I'm, you know, going through this, because I'm in beta, of course, things will change over time. I'm pretty sure there may be new instruments that will release, hence the vintage deal on a page, and I don't see anything vintage, you know, with that label, at least not yet, inside here. So if I click this button, this is the big deal right here, right? Now we always can click here and type in whatever we want like that. That's cool. But the problem was usually is that you go in and you pick stuff blindly like I'm about to do now, and you load up an instrument. And by the way, this is supposed to load up a lot faster, but it depends on what hard drive you have, so things may still be a little slow. Let's do the same thing here. I'm going to do the same thing here. I can close this and make this, yeah. So it's pretty much the same, in terms of like how it looks and how it operates. No problem. Now the thing I want to point out here was that, like, because of this area right here, the browser area, there is pre-here on everything now. Just like in machine, if you use a machine, you know that when you go through your different packs and kits and things like that, your different instruments, there is a pre-here that's associated with each preset. Gives you a great idea as to what you can expect when you load the instrument. Without that, you just kind of go in these things blindly. You know what I mean? You got to remember, oh, Laura's have this, it has that, and then you have to make presets, which you can like save. And that's what I was doing. But with this here, I am really in love with what they are doing with this. This also mimics what they're doing with Massive X. That whole browser situation is pretty cool. It's pretty dope. Now when I click in here, it renders sound as opposed to, I don't hear anything at the moment, but it's supposed to render sounds, and then I have had it to work. Maybe I don't have everything routed like I need to, but that is not a factor right now. I'm not gonna trip out about that. But basically, it's supposed to give you a sound like a pre-hear, and you can hear what's going on. Maybe it's, I don't know, everything is not fully loaded, whatever. But you got a tag system here now, you know what I mean? And then you can also, type in what you're looking for. I just feel like this browser is so functional. It increased the value of my workflow. I'll speak for myself. So I can just hit guitar and I have some go-to guitars that I go to or whatever. But sometimes when you need something, you don't really know. Like, for instance, guitars. Since we're talking about guitars, like for instance, for me, I usually go for the Evolution hollow body, and this is not something that is included with completed anything. This is a separate buy from a third-party company, Orange Tree, by the way. But this is a really good guitar. I'll pull for that, and I know what to expect from it. But sometimes there are guitars in other areas that may intrigue me in these other packs that I don't know. I wouldn't know to go for or look for because, like for instance in stacks. Just for instance, there might be something in here that's tagged a guitar, and I may like that better for what I'm working on. So I'm really digging this browser system. And then of course I can go and favorite stuff. I'm just blindly favorite stuff. I probably should just check that. But anyway, it's cool. I like it. So also when I click this information icon here, it gives me more information. And this right here, I feel like this is taking things to a whole nother level, because it gives me the name, the people who make whatever preset, that plugin that I clicked on. More information is displayed here, which is super dope and super useful. Super duper useful. I like it. So that's really it. Like, I love the browser. Is really cool. I felt like, why would you make a video on the browser? But then it's because we never had a browser like this before. But this right here, it kind of does it for me. I think this is really cool. And with the power, the the power behind Kontakt 7 with the improvements, the background stuff that helps this thing run a whole lot more, powerful. There you have it. Is but everything else is pretty much the same, and same as usual. Nothing like, but like I say, this is the beta version, and this is the Kontakt 6 version. And if you know what you're doing, you come back here and you make changes accordingly. I've came back here maybe a few times because I needed to make some adjustments to something. But yeah, pretty much the same stuff. Okay, so let's check out some other things here. If we come back here and we look at our outputs, okay, the outputs are there. I notice some differences here. You have save current output selected for state as default for all formats, standalone, so you can customize there. I want to say that it's the same deal here. I want to say that, yeah, the same deal here. Yeah. Same deal. Now this is the difference right here. Don't really see anything for these are the outputs that I created myself as custom, but these are factory, so they give you some factory presets to start with. So if you wanted to do mono 16 times, because these multi-timbral instruments in some cases can only read 16 MIDI channels at a time, and I do this all the time. So that means Kontakt can load up to 16 instruments in one instance, which is one thing I love about this, being able to handle several instruments that are inside of your Kontakt library. It could be third party or it can be native instruments, doesn't matter. But these are like some of the configurations that you can set. It's same stuff, and if you wanted to like add filters in here, you can. That's still something you can do. Still look the same, so no changes there. Let's how do I get that second row though? There we go. So we go for EQ. That's pretty much the same. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to update this design. I'm not sure. That would be cool if they did that. But yeah, you have other effects in here. I want to say these are like the basic stuff, just in case you want to do that. So no huge, let's see, replica delay. Oh, I see what's going on. This is more like the not so fancy. It matches the back end, like your back end look like this, with all of this here. So the knobs and boxes and the fonts, so it kind of mimics that whole theme, I guess. But I mean, it's still on the front end, so I figured, maybe we can get some updates right here, where it looks clean and modern, like these different knobs. When you click here, this just looks more cleaner. So it'd be pretty cool to see them just update that. Maybe that's coming. I don't know. Or maybe it's like, well, not many people use effects inside of Kontakt like this, so we're not going to worry about that. Maybe that's what's going on here. Also, this area, I don't see many people talk about this stuff. Sometimes I use this, but yeah, this is a whole another area where you can do different things like harmonize chords and stuff like that. Like I said, I used it like, I don't know, a few times just to see like what I could come up with. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. And you would set it like this because if you don't have a keyboard like the complete controls, you know, because the complete controls has another, they have their own thing where you can build chords and, you know, arpeggiation and pitching and, you know, different things like that that comes already integrated in the keyboard as it talks to the program inside your, you know, inside of Kontakt. You know, the software and hardware talks to each other. But in here, if you don't have any of that, like you just got a basic MIDI keyboard, you can still get the functionality of like chords and change different things like that. You just have to move some stuff around, of course. Then you can create a whole nother, you can create up to, what's this, 5 slots worth action preset utility, 6 MIDI controllers. Oh my gosh. Get this to sync up or whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. It's pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, I'm just, before I end the video, I'm just looking at things to see what's really different. If I play something, October is approaching pretty soon, so you know that kind of goes with the theme. But it's doing it because I have this harmonized deal here. Wow. Okay, so that's the harmonized right there. Okay, anyway, feel like I'm moving into a tutorial or showing you guys how this stuff works. That's not what we're gonna do. So I'm looking at my CPU at the top. 5%, 6%, 7%. Now you're not gonna be able to hear nothing from here. I'm gonna use my other keyboard, sync to that. But we can see that there's sound coming out just by looking at the meters. And I saw 11%, 12%. And that's with this on. Let me bypass that. Oh, I think I saw 15%. If we looking up here in this area, 23. Whoa, I saw 23%. And what is this? I felt like this. Oh, this is is that Persian? So it's like a restart. So the restart forces it and reinitialize the audio engine in case of CPU overruns or hanging notes. Okay, so that's what that button is. It popped up. It lit up. Anyway, back over here, I think I saw 18%, 19, 17. And I'm just pressing random notes. I think the highest I saw was 19%. I didn't see 23. Oh, that was 24. Well, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's handling the CPU a lot better, to be honest with you, because I didn't see a spike that much like I did in 6. Let's see. Let's press same chord together. That's probably a bad idea because it's putting pressure on my CPU altogether. Okay. I saw 9. It's going to 9. Oh, it saw 12. Kontakt 7. It's going between 5 and 6. Same chord. 5 and 6%. It's not going anything above that. And it's using a disk space of 37%. It's fluctuating back and forth. Now, back over here, I don't see the disk. The disk is moving at 33%. And same chords, right? Go octave higher. So I think those are wrong chords. Oh, octave lower. So, okay. 8, 9, 83% on disk space. 8, 7%. So the highest I've seen is 8%. Same exact chords. So a C major triad chord. And I'm just laying on it. Now for Kontakt 7, it's going between 5 and 6. So that, I think that, yeah, I can see a little improvement. It may be more significant in other areas, once you start stacking stuff and doing other things inside of Kontakt 7. Again, this is a beta version, but I feel like, like I say, it may be even more beneficial when you put in your DAW, and the true power that they've optimized might be noticed then, So, I mean, this is just basic right here. But yeah, this is a look at comparing the Kontakt 6 and 7 side by side. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If not, it's cool. I've done this before, compared 5 and 6, and I felt like 6 was definitely a upgrade, because 5 was, if there is a lot of instruments that cannot be supported in 5, and 6 is, it took things to a whole nother level. Now we get Kontakt 7. All right. If there were some things that I did not touch on, or things that you feel like was more important than what I touched on, please forgive me. Just make your comment in the description of, the comment section of this video, and just let me know what you would like to see, what you want to test out, or what you will be willing to test out when you purchase yours. I have an affiliate link to this, so you can pre-order, but this is not available until October. But just a quick look at it and see like what's going on here. Again, there's an affiliate link in the description of this video, and I'll see y'all on the next stream as we go for a real test run using Kontakt 7, a part of music production, and yeah, just pretty much using the full power, seeing where we go from there. All right. Once again, Ella from Creative Sound, Creative University. Remember, music is art. You the artist. Paint your picture. Stay creative without.